Steam is surely becoming an unstoppable force. Sadly, my wallet is the immovable object. You know, release after release, they keep putting out the most slick, nice looking consoles that I've ever seen in my life. I wish I could buy them all, but I'm broke. I don't have the money for it. I'm kind of late. Let me start off with that. I'm kind of late to the party. About 2 days ago, Steam they released the trailer announcement that they were gonna release the Steam frames, the Steam machine, and the weird looking controller. Looks like it's a disability controller. I'll be real with y'all. That's what it looks like. Sadly, no price was announced, but I can already tell the thing is gonna be expensive. I'm not gonna have the money for it. I highly doubt I'm gonna have the money for it. Last time when they released the Steam Deck, at the moment they announced it, I was glazing it. I was all over the place just talking. It felt like I was an ambassador for Steam. I was literally just glazing that thing day and night. Like, if anybody asked me what computer they should get, what console they should get, I would recommend the Steam Deck because of how good it looked, the specs, what it could do, what it could run. Like the Steam OS thing, it was basically a mobile, like a portable computer. It was what they managed to achieve with the Steam Deck is something that only Nintendo had previously managed to achieve with the console market, and now they brought that portability market to PC for an affordable price. So now that they're actually making it like an actual desktop, because that's what it is. I've seen a lot of people online saying that it's a console, but really that's not what it is. It's a computer. It's literally just a computer where you can install Windows, you can install whatever operating system you want, you can get it on it, get it running, and literally any game you can run on your computer, any emulator you can run on your computer. Anything you can do with a computer, you'll be able to do with this Steam machine. What do they call it? Steam machine? Is that what it's called? Forget it by now. So if they can get this thing to a nice price point, like at around 600, 700, or somewhere around there, it's gonna be like the go-to for anybody trying to get into PC gaming. Like, there would be no reason for anybody to try to make their own PC when Steam just has their own pre-built PC that will have the, not portability, this isn't about portability anymore, this is about compatibility. It'll be compatible with almost any new game that comes out. If it's on Steam, this thing will be able to run it no problem. And I think that is amazing for something like this, especially if they manage to get the price point just right. That'll be the deciding factor of whether or not this is gonna bang. Like, already the Steam Deck, let me go back to the Steam Deck. I think it didn't bang because I know a lot of people were saying excuse me, a lot of people were saying that was gonna be like the Switch killer or whatever. I don't know what's up with that. That wasn't gonna happen. This was like their own thing. It was a computer. The Switch is not really a computer. It's more like a gimmicky console. I love this. I love the Switch. Don't get me wrong, but Nintendo's all about their exclusives. That's what they're all about. Steam, on the other hand, so far it looks like they're all about the PC market. Anything that's on PC, they're just making it available for anybody to buy from them directly. And even then, see, that's the crazy part, because even then they're making it so that even if you don't buy it from them themselves, no, let me rephrase that. So even if you don't want to use their operating system like the Steam OS that it comes included with, they just let you do whatever you want with it. Because, like, for example, if you went with an Xbox or a PS5, you're kind of stuck with an Xbox and PS5. You know, you can't really modify that to be anything else. You can't modify it to play anything that's not on PS5. You can't play that. You know, you can't really emulate. Emulation is going to be insane on this thing, especially from the trailer, what they showed. I'm going to showcase it in a little bit here. You can plug it to your TV, use it as a console. Like, if anything, this is more like a PC console hybrid, and it's gotten to the point where, like, if you own a PS5, if you own an Xbox, you kind of just have a paperweight. I own a PS5. I wanted to get the PS5 Pro. I really did. I fought day and night. I would stay up late, wake up early just to try to pre-order that thing. I spent at least a year. It wasn't until September 2021 that I managed to get myself a PS5. And ever since I got it, I think I have played a total of about 100 hours on that thing, all spread out across games, because that thing does not have any games. The only game that I was interested in that I really wanted to play was Gran Turismo, and I played that for about 40 hours. And then the rest of those hours have been on, like, what, Monster Hunter Wilds, and I got it on there just because of how many issues you know, the PC version had. But that's really the only reason. So now that with this thing, if they manage to get it, if they do the same thing with like the Steam Deck, where they optimize the games to, like, that would run properly on the Steam Deck. As long as it was on Steam, it would optimize it and let you know if it ran properly or not. If they can do that same thing, but with the Steam machine, it's over. It's literally over for Xbox and PS5. I'm not even gonna bother to bring a Nintendo on this, because Nintendo, they kind of got their own thing going on. You know, they're greedy or whatever. Very expensive games. However, they are the only company right now that has legit exclusives. Like PS5, they have one or two, Ghost of Yotei or whatever, Gunner Samurai Simulator. From what I've seen, I couldn't tell you, never played it. They have Demon Souls, and what else? They had Stellar Blade. That was such a banger IP for them to have, or exclusive, not IP. I don't know. It wasn't Sony. It was Nikkei Studios, whatever it's called. And then they just gave it away. Now you can play it on Steam. That could have been such a good exclusive for them to keep, but I guess Sony's just stupid. PlayStation's stupid. They don't like money. They hate money. They hate their player base. Which now it's kind of turned to me just hating on my PS5, because I have it sitting right there. That thing is a paperweight. I'm not using that thing. That thing has gotten the least amount of views in this household. Out of every item I've used in this house, I have probably used... It's a lie. I have, for a fact, used my 3DS. My 2DS XL more often than I have my PS5, which is crazy to me, because that 3DS, I barely ever touch it. It has collected dust over the years, so much dust that at one point the fans were going crazy, and I thought I broke it even though I had never touched it. I've played that more than I have my PS5, and I love my PS5 to death. The moment I got it, I couldn't stop talking about it. I kept glazing the PS5, and then as time went on, it literally had no games. People get offended on Twitter or whatever. Oh, bro, but what do you mean it has no games? You go in the shop or whatever, you're gonna see like 1,000. Yeah, bro, all those 1,000 games, you can buy them literally anywhere else. Even Xbox, even Steam, you can go ahead and get them on there, bro. Anyways, I'm kind of rambling on now, hating on PS5. Let me get back on topic. So, yeah, no, the Steam machine looks insane. Again, price point, if they get it to a decent price point, very well. You know, I say all this, but really I'm not gonna get it. I already have a pretty good PC that I'm pretty happy with. If I do end up getting it, it would probably be for my brother. He's been wanting a PC for a long time, and I think this would be awesome. You know, it'd be like a decent price PC. I'm assuming it'll be decent on the price. If it's about $1,000, I might as well just build my own. You know, but if it's about $600 to $700, hey, I might actually get that. You know, if they manage to put this out, because they said for 2026, so they manage to put this out for summer 2026, you know, I'll get one. See how it goes. Let me show you guys the trailer just so you can see what I'm talking about. So as you can see, even in the trailers that they post nowadays, this thing is just slick. I love the way it looks. A lot of people were hitting on the buttons like they were a little too tilted to the side. It could be worse. Could always be worse. Let me go ahead and skip over a little bit. Now, of course, the one thing I wasn't too happy about was the controller. You know, it's very weird looking. If anything, I'm gonna be a Nintendo glazer right now. I love the Switch, or the Switch controllers. Ever since now, let me go back to the old days. Ever since the Wii U era, I have loved the Nintendo Pro controllers. They are amazing. They feel amazing to the hands. The responsiveness of them. They've always been so good compared to the other ones. I think followed by the Nintendo controllers, it's like the PlayStation ones. I just like their design, but the way they feel, I always prefer just Nintendo controllers or Pro controllers. I don't know how they do it. But yeah, but this thing, it looks more like it's meant for, you know, disabled people. I'm not saying that as an insult. I'm saying that, like, if you look up, you know, disability gaming controllers, this is literally what it's gonna look like. It looks like a brick that is just easy to hold, and it's meant for people that have disabilities that just can't hold a controller properly. So that's why I'm like, you know, it's whatever, man. I'm gonna skip on this. I'll get somebody else, or I'll get something else, you know. And now for the actual like big thing, real quick. This is like the thing I'm most interested in. I really love the way they showcase this and like different setups. And listen, I'm a big nerd when it comes to setups, like PC setups, TV setups, gaming setups. And the way, let me go back a little bit, the way they showcase this, it's that they just went through like different ways you could set this up for yourself, for your family, friends, you know, friends gather. Overall, it just looks like it could fit anywhere. It could fit anywhere, could go anywhere. It's almost unnoticeable. It looks just like any other console, like a DVD player, like the old DVD players. It literally, it just blends in to your setup. It's very nice, very subtle. I really wish really wish I could get one, for myself. At least I'll get one for my brother. I already have a pretty good PC, so I'm not gonna spend money on this. And the way what they said, let me go back to this. And not only that, with the subtlety, they mentioned that it's quiet, right? Quiet with 6 times the strength of a Steam Deck. For reference, you really gotta like think of, for reference, you just gotta think about it. The Steam Deck could run Elden Ring, right? Elden Ring had so many problems at launch, so many consoles were struggling to run it, and Steam Deck runs at no problem. Low settings, mind you, well, I don't know, maybe medium settings. I have a friend who plays on Steam Deck, so I couldn't tell you the exact settings he plays at. However, if this thing is stronger, 6 times stronger than a Steam Deck, this could run Elden Ring at max settings, no problem. Like, use that as reference. Any other game that looks as good as Elden Ring, if not better, this thing will be able to handle it no problem, and do other things as well at the same time. Another thing that was really nice, I liked it because, again, it just adds to the subtlety and the design, the slickness of it. The little LED bar at the bottom, that's just like a little nice detail, you know, not like a deal breaker, like a game winner. It's just nice to have. It'll be nice to look at, nice to, you know, every now and then you remember, oh, that's on, oh, that's going on right there, oh, it's downloading that thing. You know, it's really cool. And I hope, I wish nothing but the best for Steam right now. They are kind of popping off. They've been popping off for the past couple of years, and even though the Steam Deck didn't sell as many units I would have hoped it did. I say this as if I worked for Gabe Newell. I just hope, or I wish, that the gaming market realizes that I just kind of want him to have a competitor. I want him to have a competitor that will make it so that they stop being so greedy, especially Nintendo, Sony, because their consoles are insanely priced, their games are insanely priced, super high. It's ridiculous. So I really want Steam to show them that they're a menace. They can be a menace, and they can actually bring them down. So with this, all this hardware coming out and everything, I hope that puts somewhat a little bit of fear into the other 2 companies fighting for the position of gaming right now. Because if you think about it, that's what drives companies, per people, entities, anybody in general. Competition is what drives them to improve themselves, be better. And that's something that I think PlayStation especially needs to do. They need to improve their games. They need to improve the pricing for their consoles, the pricing for their controllers. Nintendo, I've talked, this will be a whole different video that I have to make, but already they have a pretty decently priced console, the Switch 2. It can run a lot of things, and it has their like Nintendo exclusives and everything. So for the price point that it is at right now, I think it's decent. I think it's all right. I shouldn't be talking about this. Let me move on. And lastly, of course, the main thing I'm really looking forward to, that I might actually get for myself, is the Steam Frame. The Steam Frame, I've been wanting to play VR chat, like the real way to play VR chat, you know, moving your fingers and everything, doing hand signs, playing rock paper scissors with people, you know, usual stuff. But I play VR chat normally, and it's never hit the same way that I think it would hit if I was actually in there moving my fingers, flipping off people and everything. No, you can actually probably go furry dating, you know, all those furry servers that are in there. You can go in there dress as a furry and actually get a date in there. So, you know, that's probably what I'm gonna get it for. Not that I'm a furry or anything, but, you know, could try it out. Might work out, you never know. Yeah, that's it, coming in 2026. So yeah, that's it for the video today. That's all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to be a Steam fanboy, Steam writer for the day. Late to the party, I know, about 2 days late since the announcement, but I've been so busy with dispatch, been so busy with work. So, but I still wanted to put a video out, and I wanted to talk about it. It's something that I wanted to react to and show you guys my reaction to it, and how I'm feeling about it, and what I think it's gonna happen, and what I hope it's gonna happen with this thing. But yeah, just make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think about the new Steam Machine. If it'll pop off, it'll fail. It's probably gonna not fail or pop off. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Probably gonna be all right. It ain't gonna be big numbers. But yeah, follow me on Twitch as well. You know, if you want to see my live reactions on Twitch, if you want to go ahead and hang out with me on Twitch, I'll be there. Right now, I don't have a set schedule, but you can go ahead and go to my Twitch. It'll show you my schedule that I currently have for the week. So you can go ahead and, you know, catch me whenever I'm live. But yeah, that's it. Bye-bye.